Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Bonus episode. Are you ready for bandwidth that I didn't use? And now I'm gonna talk about random shit and hopefully avoid the news. Sorry. Okay, welcome to the bonus episode, guys. It's Friday, March 27th, 2020. The quarantine podcast, the short news. Man talks into microphone in bedroom with the window open, because I can't close it right now because it's too hot inside. I had stuff recorded before for this episode, but I keep messing things up. There was, I took my temperature on cast that seemed inappropriate, but I started imitating Chris Hansen, and I feel like I need to go back to that. How did I even get into that? I was like, I was talking about how I'm taking online classes. All of the classes are online now because of, what's going on in the world. I'll try not to talk about it too much because this is a bonus episode. But everything's on Zoom, right? We're not supposed to have class today. The chancellor sent out an email earlier in the week, like there is a recess period for educational equity, and students, need time, teachers need time to transition. The only classes that are allowed to continue during that period are the ones that were not affected by the transition to distance learning. But my professors that have class today want to defy that. Sorry, I'm waiting for this siren to go by. But there's sirens every 2 minutes now. But yeah, I have class in 15 minutes was my point. But I don't even know if anyone's going to show up. Only 8 people showed up to the last one at most, and it's an 18 people class. I think a lot of people don't have personal access to the technology needed at the school system is doing a good job distributing out materials for students to do distance learning, but there's still a lot of people that don't have their stuff yet, their equipment. So it's unfair to hold class, and they're not supposed to be. It's against the rules of the chancellor. So I don't know if I should even go. The theater professor was I do not want to go to theater. Damn, this is gonna bug me. How did I get into talking about Chris Hansen? Chris Hansen. I likes to call you Chris Hansen. Now I likes you, and I want you. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way. Choice is yours. Okay, we're back. So, I just paused the audio there so I could figure out what we talked about in the old recording. I said something in a Chris Hansen voice that transitioned into this skit that I'm about to do. Jared Johnson came all the way here from a county over to meet with a 13-year-old boy. Little does he know, he's going to meet me. He walks in with a package of edible underwear and wine coolers to woo the young boy. I don't know how to do it. And then dude shuffles in, comes through the door, closes it. Like, hello, who, anybody here? And they got like some dude who's like 30. He's like pushing 30, 35 years old. He's got like a full beard, tattoos. Hey, what's up? I'm Tyler. I'm 13. Yeah, so you like ready to chill and stuff? So like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go like change, even though I'm already in clothes that are like normal. So I'm gonna go disappear, but I'll be right back, and definitely not some 45-year-old man in a suit gonna come out and get you. Okay, bye. And then goes around the corner, dude's waiting there. Sometimes they're just like, do, I'm gonna get laid. And like never is it going through their head like, wait, that guy is not 13. How is this so easy? He already has clothes. Why is he getting changed? When I just got here, he disappears. What's that about? All of this that the dude is saying sounds scripted. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking with their dicks. So then anyways, your boy, Chris Hansen, comes in. Looks like you brought enough to party. What are you doing here? And the dude's always like, I just, I was here to watch the game, drink a couple beers with my friend. Oh, who's your friend? Tyler. And how old is Tyler? He said he was 18. Try again. That's what he told me. I mean, we have the chat log right here. I can show you right now. Dude takes out a clipboard. He's like, I want to blank your 13-year-old blank in the blank. Blankety blank. I love 13-year-olds. And then you send a picture of what appears to be your genitals. Right here. Do these look familiar? And then they're always like really ashamed. They're like, oh fuck, oh man, I fucked up. And then they like have a talk about like, so why did you get here? Like what brought you to this point? And they're always like, oh, I just couldn't find anybody my age, and I was so alone, and I just get on that internet web stuff, and I and he's like, so what do you do for a living? And the worst is when the dude is like, I'm a teacher. It's like, oh, here come the cops. That sounded like a big emergency. But this is what the pandemic is like in New York, just emergency after emergency. Anyways, so then eventually the guy is like, can I leave? Can I go now? Like after having like a heart-to-heart with Chris Hansen. And Chris Hansen's like, you're free to go. Are you gonna arrest me? No, I'm not a cop. Am I gonna be arrested outside? That's not up to me. And then he walks out the door. You get that classic Chris Hansen voiceover. Looks like he'll be taking his wine to go. And then he gets out the door. Please get down on the ground. And sometimes tase him. I was just coming to get something to eat. Another justice served in Fairfield County. I'm Chris Hansen, and don't trust me with financial things. Chris Hansen? No, I love Chris Hansen. I just think, he's made some decisions that are not so good for his brand. And, I just attribute that to being old. So, that's just whatever. But that show, it's like formulaic. I just made all that up, but it's formulaic. Like I'm not going to say every pedophile is the same, but they all think like the most basic, stupid, like, oh my god, what is attractive about a kid. There's just no curves, no nothing. They're annoying little shits. They probably smell weird because they're going through puberty. They got all these problems that they're dealing with, like existential crises and hormones and mood swings. What is appealing about that? Like, do you want a significant other, or like to take care of, to babysit? Like, what the? I don't get it. I just got an email. Oh, what the fuck? She says we are having class and a quiz. If the professors need to recalibrate, they may, but I do not. See you in a few moments. Yeah, let me just, she's having class and a quiz. Class and a quiz. That is some major bullshit. If I've ever said. Let's see what, that is some major bullshit if I have ever heard some. Damn. It says right here that they're not supposed to have class due to student educational equity. Should I report that? I think I'm gonna report that. Alright, well, I've gotta get ready for class, which just involves me putting away all the incriminating stuff. I wish I could vape. This sucks. Alright, you know what? If she's gonna hold class against the rules, I'm going to show up fucking high. You know what, guys? That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna cut to a quick break. I don't know, maybe there'll be a commercial, maybe not. I gotta figure out what my mood is after this shit-ass class. Fuck you, professor. Interrupting my podcast. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit if I have ever heard some. Alright, we'll be back. We're back. Hours and hours later. Many panic attacks. 2 classes. 1 therapy session later. We have returned. I was having breathing issues again, and my therapist is convinced that they are just psychosomatic. All the news I've been watching. You know, we're gonna have to take a break from the news on this show. 'Cause I've been watching 24-hour CNN all day, every day, all week for like 2 weeks. So now every time the news comes on, every time I hear the word coronavirus, I start like having breathing problems. So now I'm doing deep breathing exercises. I'm learning how to meditate again, those types of things. 'Cause it's scary. It's scary, but like anxiety attacks it's scary that anxiety attacks and coronavirus have the same symptoms, especially when you're anxious about coronavirus. It's like, what in the bloody hell am I gonna, like, what do I have? I don't even know what we were talking about before. So I went to class. Only maybe seven people, including the professor, showed up to this class. We're talking about theater. There was a quiz. I will say this. It was the easiest quiz I have ever taken. It was open notes, which how do you do open notes on distance learning? Like, you can just look everything up on the internet. She sent us a Word document, and then and I shouldn't be talking about this, fuck. But nobody's showing up to these online classes. I'm worried about these people. There's supposed to be a recess period, but the teachers are not abiding by it because they want to keep the flow going. But in the middle of my second class, I was having like trouble breathing, but it could just be in my head because I wasn't breathing with my diaphragm, and now look at me, I'm talking fully. I'm taking minimal amounts of breath, that type of thing. It's a little warm too, and I've taken my temperature. I'm so paranoid about this. We should probably get away from the coronavirus conversation. since this is the bonus episode. And you know what? Let's look at Reddit. Let's see what we got going on in the world that isn't coronavirus related. Should we just do, yeah, let's take a look at people's relationship problems. Rejected my trans friend and he told everyone I'm transphobic. My childhood friend had developed deep feelings for me, a cis woman, because I helped and supported him through his transition. I'm not going to lie, I feel like I led him on because I'm an affectionate person, so I hugged and kissed him on the cheeks plenty of times. A few days ago, he confessed how he felt and asked to go on a date with me. I gently said no because I like biological men. I didn't tell him that, though. And I see him as a friend. He was crushed, and he immediately told our friend group I was transphobic. I've now gotten tons of messages and calls from my friends asking what happened and how cruel I was. Even his mother messaged me saying how he came to her crying. I don't know what to do. I care for him so much, and I hate seeing him upset like this. I find him handsome, so should I just try and date him? He looks exactly like a biological man. I feel really guilty. Okay, I'm gonna go in without reading the comments yet. If that's not what you're into, that's just not what you're into. If you want a penis and he doesn't have a penis, then, you know, you gotta either find a way to make that work or go with what you know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, we have an audience, but no one can hear you. Don't worry. But, what was I saying? Right. That's a big moral dilemma. Because it's like, oh, am I transphobic if I'm not into that? No, I don't think so. I think there's plenty of people that are consider themselves straight and are into trans people. And even without that, sexuality doesn't even matter. It's all a spectrum anyways. So it's just not what you're into. Everybody has what they're into and what they're not into. No one can force you into. What is that noise in the background? I'm so confused. There are people outside trying to get everybody to clap. I don't know what the dealio is here. I'm so sorry, guys. So we were talking about what you're into and what you're not. You're not transphobic for not being into a trans person. You're just not attracted to trans people. That doesn't make you transphobic. No one can force you to be sexually attracted to somebody. That's just messed up. No, you're not. What was the advice needed here? Should I just try and date him? No, if you don't like him, then you shouldn't try and force it. Here's the top comment. His being trans is not relevant, and him bringing it into the equation for sympathy is manipulative and shitty. There you go. You aren't into him, and it honestly doesn't matter why. You never owe anyone an explanation for not having feelings for them. Honestly, as a trans person myself, him bringing transphobia into this is such a manipulative and messed up thing to do. Don't let him control the narrative. This is not about him being trans. It's about him feeling rejected and friend-zoned and being a shitty manipulative jerk about it. Tell your friends and him that you care about him as a friend, but you don't have feelings for him, and that what he is doing is manipulative and not okay. So yeah, this person is absolutely right. The fact that he's trans, nothing to do with anything. You just don't like him like that. I couldn't find the right words for that. The people in the comments, I should just go to them first. But that sucks. That's a complex thing to be in. Cause everyone's gonna believe him that you're transphobic, obviously. because people go with the path of least resistance. So I don't know. People like to blame very quickly. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Anyways, let's move on to one that I might have better answers for. My boyfriend, male 23, wants to see me, female 26, though he was exposed to coronavirus and his dad also has coronavirus. I feel bad, but I don't want to be sick. My boyfriend and I have been together for more than a year. He lives at home in Long Island while I live in an apartment alone in Queens, New York. My boyfriend was exposed to coronavirus last Friday while playing Monopoly with his friends. Oh, Monopoly, a terrible Monopoly accident. Tragic Monopoly accident. One of his friends is sick. Then this Tuesday, his dad was confirmed with coronavirus. He lives with his parents and they share the same kitchen and bathroom. They are also rotating walking their dog. Now he had to self-isolate himself at home. He said he feels depressed and anxious. It's ironic because when the outbreak started, he said I read too much news and I was overreacting. He wants to see me next Friday if he doesn't feel sick, which is not even 14 days after he was exposed. Plus, I don't know how good his family are at keeping things separately, since they share the same bathroom. I told him that I wanted to see him, but I can't let him come. I live alone, and my family are thousands of miles away. If I get sick, no one is going to take care of me. I sent his family a mask and told him if they need help with groceries or stuff, I can, but I just don't want to be sick. Am I being selfish or cruel? I know it must be very hard for him mentally. I feel the same too. Well, yeah, obviously it's going to be difficult for both of you guys, but coronavirus is the coronavirus, and if you gotta quarantine, you gotta quarantine. This shit is serious. You gotta take it serious. Like, I'm still having breathing problems right now, and I'm still not sure if it's anxiety, but okay, I'm good. Yeah, top comment, do not. This is the whole reason why it spreads. I understand you love the guy and everything, but he shouldn't be so selfish to put you in harm's way. How inconsiderate of him to think blah 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 blah. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Follow the CDC guidelines. Stay inside. Wash your hands. FaceTime. Call. Text. Zoom. Whatever you gotta do to stay in touch. Just for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You gotta just lay low for a bit. The fate of the human race is kind of at stake here. You should tell him that. Especially, you guys are in New York. We're getting hit the hardest right now. Why is it... Okay, wait, what? Oh, we got a complex one. We'll close it out with this. And then I need to meditate. Boyfriend frequently looks at a specific girl on his Instagram to masturbate, also records cam girls and saves them to his phone. Should this bother me? Boyfriend frequently looks at a specific girl on his Instagram to masturbate. She already said that. Boyfriend and I have been staying together for about 3 weeks, due to social distancing. One evening he was on his computer playing games and I was beside him on my phone just as normal, but when we went to bed, he told me he had a cam website open and that he was recording girls onto his computer. He said he was telling me because he thought I had seen it recording. He said he has been doing this for a few months, but was afraid to tell me because I had said in the past that I thought cam girls were a bit too personal and felt a bit like cheating. I don't know much about these sites. I've done more research, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. The other day, he was pressing me to have a shower, and I asked why he wanted me to have a shower so badly right now. He said he wanted to masturbate. I was a bit thrown off, but I went to have a shower to give him some alone time. Before I even left the room, the cam websites were open, and when I went back from the shower, he went to the bathroom. He must have forgotten to exit these pages. An Instagram page of a girl I've seen him look at before was on screen, as well as these cam websites. previously in similar situations, I just thought it was a coincidence that he must have switched off the sites on Instagram and just happened to be on this girl's page. This particular girl I've seen on his computer a few times also is the opposite of what I look like. Really skinny body with very large breasts and blonde hair. Also, no judgment on the girl. The girl also has characteristics my boyfriend said he didn't like and didn't want me to get, such as lip injections, false tan, eyelash extensions, and fake nails. So I think I'm also just a bit confused. I send him sexy pictures and videos of myself, but I don't think they really get much attention, which makes me reluctant to send them at all. Should I be bothered by this, or is it normal? Should I ask him about it, or leave him to it? Well, see, like, a dude's gotta wank, but when he's telling you, listen, go take a shower, 'cause I gotta go wank to somebody that isn't you, that's fucked up. I think that's the rule of the short news, is porn is fine until it replaces the person you're with. Then it's fucked. Then you gotta stop. Then you've got a problem. But, I don't know, you gotta have a talk with your man here about this whole situation. Just be like, how do you approach this? Just tell him how this makes you feel. How him, like, replacing you with cam girls is making you feel. And if he is a normal, emotional, empathetic human being, then he will feel bad and potentially change his ways or respect you a little bit more. So with that, I am running out of breath, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this, but thank you guys for tuning into the bonus episode. We will be back on Monday with normal episodes. Hopefully I'm not sicker. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you then. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location, yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location, and it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocation.exp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.